All right, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're going to be talking about the Navy Federal Pledge Loan. So, a pledge loan, if you're not sure, is just a secured loan. So, there's other banks that offer this. If you're not sure if your bank offers it, just give them a call. Say, hey, do you guys, or you can go into the branch. Hey, do you guys offer secured loans? A pledge loan is a secured loan. So, if you're blessed enough to get into Navy Federal, and I say blessed because they're very generous with their credit limits. They're not very stringent with their approvals. You either have to know somebody that has served in the military or be related to somebody that has served or is in active duty. For me, my mom was in the Air Force. My brother-in-law is in the Navy. He's active duty. It's pretty easy for me to get in. There's other ways to get into Navy Federal. I'm not going to get into that in this video. The pledge loan is good for one of two reasons, if not both. A, if you're just starting out building your credit, um, there's no credit check. Again, you're pledging your own money. So this is something that you can immediately add to your credit report that's going to help build your credit from the start. Number two, or B, this pledge loan will also help you build your internal score with Navy Federal. So you have your FICO score, and then you have your internal score with Navy Federal. Essentially, this is the relationship builder with the bank. So having a pledge loan with Navy Federal will also help you build your relationship with them, which will then increase your chances of getting approved for an unsecured credit card in the future. Um, he also offers secure credit cards. That'll be a different video, but today we're going to talk about the pledge loan. So there's a lot of false information out there. This is straight on the actual Navy Federal website. So we're going to go over a couple of things here. Obviously you have to be 18. Okay. Now they do have two options here for you. You have the short term and the long term. This will be up to you in regards to what your needs are and what your, I guess, plan is going forward. You can do the short term or the long term. Obviously, the long term, your payments are going to be shorter. I mean, I'm sorry, lower, but you're going to have it's going to span over a longer period of time. I would recommend depositing as much money as you can, but understand that that money is going to be tied up for this term. Now, you do get that money redispersed back to you after you make your payments. So understand that this money is not going to be tied up forever. You're going to get that money back to you as soon as you start making payments on the loan. And it is going to show up as an installment loan. So the other cool part about this too is that not only are you building your credit, right? You have a I'm sorry, a trade line on your credit report. You're also building your internal score with Navy Federal, right? But you're also adding a mix of credit to your profile. So if you watch the other video on our other credit builder accounts, or if you have a secure credit card like Discover It, or even the Navy Federal secured card, right? I think it's 10% of your score is your credit mix. So you want to have revolving credit, your credit cards, you want to have short-term installment loans and long-term installment loans. So this could be car, house, etc. Those aren't super necessary, especially if you're 18. You're probably not buying a car, you're probably not buying a house. But these are things that you can add to your credit to help build your not just your score, but your credit mix, which in turn is going to help build your score. Now, one of the cool parts about this, and like I was saying, your money's going to be dispersed back to you. It could be your savings account, your money market savings account, or you could be dispersed to at a Navy Federal branch. But one of the coolest parts is this. There's no penalty for paying off your loan early. So what a lot of people do is they deposit the money. Let's say they deposit $10,000. Okay. They allow that $10,000 loan, installment loan, to report to their credit, right? So Experian, Equifax, TransUnion. And then what to do is the next month they pay off 80 to 90% of that loan. Again, there's no penalty for paying off your loan early. You're not paying off the full amount, you're paying off 80 to 90%. So immediately that money is then available to you again. So this is what I said about that money will be tied up for a short period of time. If you deposit $10,000 as your pledge loan and you pay off 80 to 90% of that, remember that money was redispersed back to your savings account. So you're paying the loan off with your own money. You pay 80, 90% of the loan off. Now that money is available to you again to do whatever you want with it. I wouldn't recommend starting a new pledge loan. I wouldn't have multiple pledge loans open at the same time. I would only do one. And then what happens is that remaining balance is then spread out through the rest of the term. So you're going to have lower payments. And it's also going to show that you have majority of your loan paid off, which looks good to creditors, etc. So you're building your FICO score, you're building your internal score with Navy Federal. and you're adding credit mix, which looks good to lenders. So there's a lot of benefits to the pledge loan. If you have any questions in regards to the Navy Federal Pledge Loan, to anything involving credit, we do have a free Discord community. The link is going to be in the description. We're always in there answering questions. Right now it's free, so I'll take advantage of that. Depending on when you're watching this video, it may be paid. But we also offer one-on-one consultations. If you are somebody that needs, because this may not be the right path for you. If you're somebody that's confused, you don't know what you're doing, you don't know where you need to go, what you need to do, schedule a consultation with us. We're going to put the link in the bio, and we can give you a personalized plan. That's catered towards you. So everything is going to be in the description below. See you guys inside.